A lot of photographers are asking me my opinion on the whole AI thing, this artificial intelligence for everything, which it doesn't surprise me because of where photographers have gone with cameras. Like they want cameras so perfect, they don't even have to worry about focusing really. Um, they just want the camera to do everything for them. And it reminded me of it because I grabbed my Nikon the other day. Um, the Nikon Z6 II, uh, picking this up after using the Leica for so long, it's just like, oh my God, this is heavy. It is big and it's cumbersome. But I remember like the switch to Leica, it was after a wedding and I didn't even look. I was just like this all day, just pushing the button because the focus is so good on the R5, the Canon R5. It was just like, I didn't even, it wasn't an effort whatsoever. And it made me lazy to the point where I'm not like setting up shots. I'm just like, okay, great. Because the camera does everything for you. I mean, you really don't even have to think with these cameras anymore. And I know that's what people want. And it's not what I want. It's not why I get into photography. I like the creation process, um, and working for an image. And, when I create an image, I want it to be mine, not, what the camera decided was the correct exposure and the correct focus point and the correct everything. So then I saw the AI culling come over, like it'll select the best photos for you. Like you don't have to do anything. Like a program is selecting which photos it thinks you should be using. I know there's arguments to say, well, it's picking the in focus shots and whatever. But isn't that part of the process? And I guess for, the machine gunners that shoot, 6,000 photos at a wedding, and believe me, there are photographers that are doing that, which doesn't make sense to me at all. Yeah. I'm sure it saves them time with all those shots that they have to go through. But to me, it's crazy. I mean, it's just, why aren't painters bitching about brushes that could do everything for them? Um, like, where does this go? Where does it end? Like, how much of this art do you want done for you before you put your hands up and go, wait a second. Like, I'm not doing anything. I'm not even having to think with these shots anymore. I just point in the right direction and it works. So anyway, as far as the AI is concerned, kind of like this little system. The 8300 Explorer 300, whatever the heck it is, and their little softbox connector. I think this is brilliant. Anyway, my point is, like, if you're looking for AI to do the back end for you, and you're looking for the cameras to do the front end for you, what do you do? What are you going to do in photography to say, this is mine? I remember, like, when somebody said back in the day, oh my God, that's a beautiful picture. You must have a really nice camera. That was actually insulting. And today it's just fact. I mean, I can put the Nikon in anybody's hands and they can get a great shot because it just does everything. And I know there's people out there that say Sony is better focusing and this one's better at this and this one. They're all good. They have different color sciences. Yeah, maybe they're a half a second faster or a tenth of a second faster with focusing or whatever. But, the only time that comes into play is if you're an absolute professional sports shooter, shooting for deadlines and you have to have every shot perfect. But otherwise, I don't know. Stop wanting the camera to do everything and now AI to do all the work behind. Create something yourself without all these extras doing all the work for you. Because otherwise, what are you really? Because you're not a photographer anymore. The programs and the cameras are. you're just holding it and pushing the little button, point it in the right direction. And believe me, I'm sure some of you don't even want to do that. That's what doesn't make sense to me. Be a photographer, enjoy it. You have the equipment, use it. And, you don't have to have the best of the best. You look at the old photos, those photos that, made you stop and look, the classic photos, even the photos of today, where you stop and look at a gorgeous photo or a unique photo or a shocking photo. Your first question is, what camera took this and what lens were they using and what aperture was that? And, oh God, the bokeh is a little off, or that left corner is a little soft. You don't think about that. You look at the subject, the actual subject, and go, that's what's bringing you in, that's drawing you in. You don't give a shit about the rest of it. So concentrate more on the subject and your abilities and get there with your abilities versus a camera. Camera's not going to change any of that. Go through your phone photos of great times you had with friends. You don't give a shit what camera took those photos. You don't care if it was your iPhone. You just care that you have a great photo, a great memory. That's what photography is about. Capturing those moments, whether they're historical or, family and friends, or, and when you're doing it for other people, it's the same thing. There's no client on earth that's going to look at two photos and go, yes, I absolutely love my smile on this. My expression is everything. But that lens you used, the bokeh is just not right for me. And then, well, this expression isn't that good, but the bokeh is perfect in that one, so I'm going to take that one. You're just not going to have a client to do that ever, whether it's a commercial or a consumer client. It's just not going to happen. So, yeah, I'm sure AI is good for some things, but for photography, it's just taking the art away from what we do. But if that's where you want to go with it, okay. But for me, I'm going to stick with manual focusing. I'm going to stick with picking my own images, and I'm going to stick with, touching up and editing the way I want to without AI involved. That's just my opinion. Anyway, I know it's a off-the-cuff one, but I had to make it. And I really love this glow. I don't know what size this is, but it's a nice little box. I'll tell you what, though, when I put this up, it was really hard. Like, to push this thing down. It's the 25.5-inch deep parabolic softbox. I can't wait to use this. It should be fun. Anyway, have a great day. And again, sorry for the rant.